So guys, just getting ready after quite a break from putting things up on the channel. We're now ready for a major test play of the Actung Panzer Southeast Asia Pacific supplement to the Flames of War basic rules. This game is going to be loosely based around Tarawa. What we've got is a heavily defended atoll. Some 3,000 plus points of Japanese, some of which you can see already in defensive positions. Others are in spider holes, and some are obviously dug in, preparing to defend the beachhead from Allied assault. Down on the beach itself, extensive defensive positions, barbed wire, booby traps, obstacles in terms of anti-tank, dragon's teeth, and so forth, all prepped up, along with some heavy gun emplacements forward. You'll see initial bombardment, some of the pinning down markers already in place. On top of this, the US are going to get 2 rounds of naval gunfire and ground air attack onto selected Japanese positions to prep the way for their initial assault. The Americans will be coming on in waves, going to make it extremely challenging for them, as it would be trying to initially establish, build that bridge, beachhead, hold it, and then be prepared to exploit that and break through the initial defensive positions and push inland. Difficult game. The Americans sitting at 4,500 points with a lot of indirect and air assets. But with all the Japanese dug in, fearless US Marine Corps veterans, this is a do-or-die mission, so there is no morale test on either side. So we have the makings for a fairly bloody battle. So apart from the battle deck, which we'll get into when we actually start the game, the terrain is critical for this type of complex operation if you really want to bring some reality. Amphibious operations, by their nature, extremely challenging, not only in the initial bombardment and coordination of naval gunfire and fighter ground attack, but also in sort of trying to establish that initial bridgehead, secure it, fight your way through the initial defences so that the heavier equipment, which is coming in the follow-on waves supported by engineers and tanks, can actually get onto the beach, exploit and break out. And many of the American early operations in Tarawa and Guadalcanal suffered heavily from this lack of initial understanding about actually getting onto the beach, dealing with reefs, lagoons, and also getting their head around understanding the Japanese style of fighting to the death, the heavy bunker systems with lots of interlocking fire, banzai attack, dug-in tanks, booby traps, and well dug in emplacements for their artillery and indirect fire support. So it should make for an interesting and challenging game over the next day or two.